Monster Energy Supercross headed into the third round of the season on set in Angel Stadium, but it was also the first Triple Crown of the year. Triple Crown racing consists of 3 separate races with all 22 main event riders, where an overall winner is tallied at the end of the night and the points are handed out based on an overall score. Hello, welcome to the channel of M's Update Channel, a channel that collects various stories of the motocross industry to tell and analyze. Before going to watch, please press like, press share, press subscribe. Let's support each other too, and help by super thanks. Send it to me, I would be very grateful, and have encouragement to make the next clip, and apologize in the narration. I can't say, so I have to robot speak for me. 450SX Race 1. Off the start of the 450-450SX race of the night, it was Chase Sexton grabbing the whole shot ahead of Ken Roczen and Adam Cianciarulo. Tomac was in about 6th spot with Cooper Webb just outside of the top 10. Tomac spent a couple laps behind his teammate Ferrandis before making the move up into 4th place. Webb had made some great progress as he was bringing Jason Anderson with him to the rear wheel of Justin Barcia in a battle for 6th place. Sexton continued to lead by just over a second from Roczen, but Cianciarulo was slipping away from them as he sat 4 seconds back of the lead dupe and was starting to be caught by Tomac for 3rd. Tomac made the pass stick after the 2 doubles at just about the halfway mark of the main event. Webb and Anderson started pushing right up to the rear wheel of Ferrandis, who in turn was upping his pace a little bit to try to not let them by and was also staying close to his teammate Tomac. It became a 3-rider battle. Chase Sexton would cruise home to take the win ahead of Roczen, Tomac, Ferrandis, and Anderson inside of the top 5. The second 450SX race of the night saw Jason Anderson rocket out to the whole shot with Ken Roczen right behind him in 2nd and Aaron Plessinger moving into 3rd early on. Cianciarulo, Sexton, Tomac, and Ferrandis all sat right there as well, with everybody jockeying for position. Sexton slid out after the finish line jump on the 3rd lap and fell behind Ferrandis, which put him back to 8th. Plessinger was pushing on Roczen for 2nd as the lead trio was getting away from Tomac back and forth. Plessinger then made the move on Roczen after the whoops, but Roczen immediately struck back to get into 2nd and he was not wanting to let Anderson get away. Then Plessinger slid out in the bull berm after the finish the very next lap and slipped all the way back behind Cianciarulo in 8th. The battle was brewing for 2nd as Tomac closed in on Ken Roczen. Roczen then slid out coming towards the finish line jump the very next lap, and that allowed Tomac through, but Roczen was still right there, and Webb wasn't too far behind Roczen. Anderson would hold on to take the win ahead of Tomac, Roczen, Webb, and Sexton at the end of race 2. Off the start of the final 450SX race, it was Jason Anderson again jumping out front and grabbing the whole shot. Chase Sexton was right behind him with Cooper Webb in 3rd and Tomac. Roczen sat in about 7th spot behind Dylan Ferrandis and Adam Cianciarulo. As Webb continued to defend from Tomac's advances, Tomac got offline going up the jump face of the 3-in and went down huge when he landed on some tough blocks. He was able to remount, though he was visibly laboring his shoulder and was way down in 14th. At the same time, Chase Sexton made the pass on Anderson to take over the race lead, which was also the move for the overall win as Anderson slipped back to Webb's clutches behind him. Anderson then made a mistake at the end of the long rhythm section that moved Webb up to 2nd place in the race. Sexton held the advantage for the overall by 2 points over Jason Anderson and 3 points over Ken Roczen as they ran with time winding down. Chase Sexton would take the race victory and the overall win on the night with 151 scores to beat Jason Anderson by 2 points to take the win. Ken Roczen would pass Dylan Ferrandis on the last lap to tie Anderson for 2nd on the night, but the tiebreaker would go to Anderson. Tomac would finish the race 13th and collect 6th overall.